Good morning, class 10. Today we are going to start exercise 6.3 of your NCERT textbook. So students, you are requested to take out your book and the maths copy. So before starting the exercise 6.3, we have to learn some theorem. The first theorem is, if in two triangles corresponding angles are equal, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio and hence the two triangles are similar. Suppose two triangles ABC and DEF. In the triangle ABC and DEF, the corresponding angles are equal. That means angle A is equal to angle D and angle B is equal to angle E. Angle C is equal to angle F. Then their corresponding sides will be in the same ratio. Okay, that means AB by DE should be equal to AC by DF and should be equal to BC by EF. Okay, these two triangles are to be said to be similar by the angle similarity criteria. Okay, angle A is equal to angle D if angle B is equal to angle E, and if angle C is equal to angle F, then we can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, and these two similar triangles will have the corresponding sides in the same ratio. Okay, so next theorem, let's learn the next theorem, that is, if in two triangles sides of one triangle are proportional to the sides of other triangle, then their corresponding angles are equal and hence the two triangles are said to be similar. Suppose the triangle ABC and DEF. In the triangle ABC and DEF, the corresponding sides, that means AB by DE, is equal to the ratio of AC by DF is equal to the ratio of BC by EF. Then we can say that these two triangles are similar and their corresponding angles will also be equal. That means angle A is equal to angle D and angle B is equal to angle E and angle C is equal to angle F. Next theorem, if one angle of a triangle is equal to one angle of the other triangle and the sides including these angles are proportional, then the two triangles are similar. Suppose in the triangle ABC and in the triangle DEF, if angle A is equal to angle D and the sides including these angles are proportional, that means AB by DE is equal to AC by DF, then we can say that the triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. So let's start our exercise 6.3. So get ready with your copy. State which pairs of triangles in figure 6.34 are similar. Write the similarity criterion used by you for answering the question, and also write the pairs of similar triangles in the symbolic form. Suppose triangle ABC is given to you in the figure number 1 and triangle PQR is given to you. In these two triangles you can see that angle A is 60 degree, angle P is also 60 degree. So angle A is equal to angle P and angle B is equal to angle Q because both of them are 80 degree, and angle C is equal to angle R because both of them are 40 degree. So by the criteria, by the similarity criterion AAA, angle, we can say that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. And in the next figure, if you see this triangle ABC and PQR, you can see that the side AB by QR is in the ratio 1:2. Side AB by QR is in the ratio of 1:2, and the side BC by PR is also in the ratio of 1:2 because 2.5 by 5 is equal to 1/2 or 1:2, and side AC by side PQ, that means 3/6, which is in the ratio 1:2. So all the sides are in the ratio 1:2. So we can say that the triangle ABC and the triangle PQ are similar triangles, and their sides are in the their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So these two triangles are similar by side similarity criterion. Okay. Next, let's consider the triangle. Let us consider the triangle MNL and PQR in the figure number 4. You can see that angle M is 70 degree and here angle Q is also 70 degree, and their sides, corresponding sides, that means MN by PQ, MN by PQ is equal to 1:2, and ML by QR is equal to 5/10, that is 1:2. So we can say that triangle MNL and triangle PQ are similar by the criterion SAS, that is side angle side. By the similarity criterion side angle side, we can say that the triangles MNL and PQR are similar. Okay, so let's start our exercise. So question number, let's start with the question number 4. Question number 2 is very easy. You can see that in figure 6.35, a triangle ODC is similar to triangle OBA, which is given in the question, and angle BOC is equal to 125 degree and angle CDO is equal to 70 degree, which are given in the question. So you have to find out the angle DOC and the angle DCO and angle OAB. You have to find out this angle and this angle. Now you can see that the DOB is a straight line. So angle COB and DOC are the linear pair of angles. So the sum of these two angles should be equal to 180 degree. So angle DOC plus angle COB should be equal to 180 degree, and we know that angle COB is 125 degree. So subtracting 125 degree from the 180 degree, we will get this angle DOC, which is 55 degree. So angle DOC is 55 degree and angle CDO is 70 degree, which is given in the question. So in the triangle DOC, if two angles are given, then the third angle is equal to 180 degree minus 70 degree minus 55 degree. So angle DCO will be equal to 55 degree. So this is also 55 degree and this is also 55 degree. So angle OAB will also be 55 degree because angle OAB is alternate angle of DCO. So DCO and OAB are equal angles because these are alternating equal angles. So this is also 55 degree. So let's start exercise the question number 4. So first read out the question. In figure 6.36, we can see that it is given in the question that QR by QS is equal to QT by PR and angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So you have to find out, you have to show that a triangle PQS is similar to triangle TQR. PQS is similar to triangle TQR. So let's start the question number 4. Here in the triangle PQR, angle PQR is equal to angle PRQ, which is given in the question. PQR is equal to angle PRQ. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So if angle 1 is equal to angle 2, that means if the two angles of the triangle are equal, then the side opposite to the equal angles are also equal. So PQ is equal to PR. Sides opposite to the equal angles are equal. So PQ is equal to PR. So give the equation the name, equation number 1. So QR by QS is equal to QT by PR, which is given in the question. So now changing this PR by PQ as it is given in the equation number 1. So change PR into PQ, we will get we will obtain the equation like this: QR by QS is equal to QT by PQ. From the equation number 1 we get this type of equation, and give this equation the name equation number 2. So in triangle PQS and TQR, PQS and TQR, we can see that comparing the triangles PQS and TQR, we already get from the equation 2 that QR by QS is equal to QT by QP. So the corresponding sides are in the same ratio, and angle Q is common to both the triangles. So triangle PQS is similar to triangle TQR by the side angle side similarity criterion. Okay, because angle 1, that means angle Q is common to both the triangles PQS and TQR, and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So we can say that these two. So students, let's start question number 7. So first read out. In figure 6.38, altitudes AD and CE of triangle ABC intersect each other at the point P. Show that triangle AEP is similar to triangle CDP. So here in the question number 7, four questions are given. In the question number 7, you have to prove this. So here I am in this today I am showing you how to prove the first part of the question number 7 and the second part of the question number 7, and rest of the 2 you have to do it yourself. So let's start question number 7. So you can see this is a triangle ABC, and in the triangle AEP and in the triangle CDP, you can see that angle APE and angle CPD, these two angles are vertically opposite angles, and angle AEP and CDP both are 90 degree. So these two angles are also equal. Okay, angle AEP and angle CDP both are 90 degrees. So these two angles are also equal. So you can say that the triangle AEP is similar to triangle CDP by angle similarity criterion. So here the first part of the question number 7 has been proved. So next you have to show that a triangle AB is similar to triangle CBE. Triangle ABD, triangle ABD is similar to triangle CBE. So let's start. So in these two triangles you can see that angle B is common. Angle ABD and CBE, in both the triangles angle B is common, and you can see that angle ADB is 90 degree and angle CEB is also 90 degree. So here you can say that these two triangles are similar by angle similarity criterion. So angle ADB is equal to angle CEB because both of them are 90 degree, and angle ABD is equal to angle CBE because angle B is common here. So next change to question number 11. Here I have solved 2 parts of the question number 7, and rest of the 2 parts you have to try yourself. So next change to question number 11. First read out. In figure 6.40, E is a point on side CB produced of an isosceles triangle ABC with AB is equal to AC if AD is perpendicular on BC. If AD is perpendicular on BC and EF is perpendicular on AC, prove that a triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECF. As EF is perpendicular on the side EC, then it will make 90 degree on the side AC, and AD is perpendicular on the side BC, that means AD will make 90 degree on the side BC. So let's prove that triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECF. So ABC is an isosceles triangle which is given in the question. So two of its sides are equal. That means AB is equal to AC. So angle ABD is equal to angle ECF, because if AB is equal to AC, then the opposite angles will be equal, because opposite sides are equal. That means their angles will also be equal. So angle ABD and angle ECF are equal. These two angles are equals because their corresponding opposite sides are also equal. So in triangle ABD and triangle ECF, angle ADB is equal to angle EFC. Angle ADB is equal to angle EFC because both are 90 degree. Just now I have told you, because these angle AD is perpendicular on BC and EF is perpendicular on AC, so they make 90 degrees. So angle ADB is equal to angle EFC because each are 90 degree. Next, angle ABD is equal to angle ECF are equal, which has been proved earlier because the side AB is equal to side AC. So opposite sides are equal, that means the angles are also equal. Next, so in this way we can prove that triangle ABD is similar to triangle ECF by angle similarity criteria. Next, question number 15. First read out the question number 15. A vertical pole of length 6 meter casts a shadow 4 meter long on the ground, and at the same time a tower casts a shadow 28 meter long. Find the height of the tower. So suppose CD is the vertical pole and AB is the tower. So tower, a vertical pole of length 6 meters. So CD is 6 meter and AB is of the height of the tower is not given in the question. So AB, we have to find out the AB, because the vertical pole casts a shadow of 4 meter. That means DF is equal to 4 meter and the pole is of 6 meter, and the tower AB, we don't know the height and we have to find out the height in this question. So it casts a shadow of 28 meter long. So we know that corresponding the similar triangles are the corresponding sides of the similar triangles are in the same ratio. So let's start. In triangle ABE and triangle CDF, angle DCF is equal to angle BAE, because angle of the sun is at the same position, angle of the sun at the same place. So we can say that angle DCF and angle BAE are equal. So if these two angles are equal, and angle CDF is 90 degree because it is a vertical pole and the tower is also vertical, so they make 90 degree with the ground. So angle ABE and angle CDF are 90 degree. So we can say that a triangle ABE is similar to CDF by angle similarity criterion, and as these two triangles are similar, their corresponding sides will be in the same ratio. So CD by AB or AB by CD is equal to BE by DF. So now putting the value of CD, BE and DF, we will get AB by 6 is equal to 28 by 4. So now bringing this 6 to the right hand side, AB is equal to 28 into 6 by 4. Now dividing 4 and 28 by 4, we will get 7. 4 7s are 28, and multiplying 7 and 6, we will get 42. So AB is equal to 42 meter. So hence the height of the tower is equal to 42 meter. So next change to the exercise 6.4. Here in the 6.4, we have to learn the area. We have to learn the formula, that is area of the triangle ABC by area of the triangle PQR is equal to the square of AB by PQ, or that is equal to BC by QR, square of BC by QR, or it is equal to square of CA by RP. This formula only you have to memorize for the exercise 6.4. So the theorem is that the ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to the square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. Now you can see that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. So the area of the triangle ABC and the area of the triangle PQR, if the ratio of the areas of the triangle ABC and PQR is equal to the square of the ratio of the corresponding sides, that means AB by PQ whole square, or AB square by PQ square. Okay, so area of the triangle ABC by area of the triangle PQR is equal to the square of the ratio of their sides. So AB by PQ whole square or AB square by PQ square is equal to BC square by QR square, or it is equal to CA square by RP square. This formula is only needed for this exercise 6.4. So let's start with the question number 2. Okay. So first read out: diagonals of a trapezium ABCD with AB is parallel to DC intersect each other at the point O. If AB is equal to 2CD, find the ratio of the areas of the triangles AOB and COD. So at first you have to draw the diagram. This is trapezium ABCD, where AB is parallel to CD, which is given in the question, and angle OAB, then angle OAB is equal to angle OCD, because these two angles are alternating equal angles. So angle OAB is equal to angle OCD, and angle OBA is equal to angle ODC, because these two angles are also alternating equal angles. So angle AOB is equal to angle COD, because these two angles are vertically opposite angles. So we can say that triangle AOB is similar to triangle COD by angle similarity criteria. So as these two triangles are equal, that means the ratio of the areas of these two triangles should be equal to the square of the ratio of the square of their corresponding sides. So area of triangle AOB by area of the triangle COD should be equal to the ratio of the square of their corresponding sides. So AB square by CD square. Okay, so AB square by CD square. So again, area of the triangle AOB by area of the triangle COD is equal to 2CD square. 2CD square. Why 2CD square? Because AB is equal to 2CD, which is already given in the question. Read the question. It is given in the question that AB is equal to 2CD. So now changing this AB into 2CD, we will get the equation like this. 2CD whole square means 4CD square by CD square. Now CD square and CD square will cut, only 4 by 1 will left. So area of the triangle AOB by area of the triangle COD is equal to 4 by 1. So the ratio of the area of the triangle AOB and triangle COD is in the ratio 4:1. So ratio of the area of the triangle AOB and triangle COD is in the ratio 4:1. So next change to question number 5. So at first read out the question number 5. D, E, F are respectively the midpoints of the sides AB, BC and CA of triangle ABC. Find the ratio of the areas of triangle DEF and triangle ABC. So here you can see that D is the midpoint of the side AB and E is the midpoint of the side BC and F is the midpoint of the side AC. F is the midpoint of the side AC. So we can say that DE is parallel to AC, or DE is half of the AC. In triangle BED and BCA, in the triangle BED and BCA, we can see that angle BED is equal to angle BCA, because corresponding angles, because these are corresponding angles. Okay, BED and BCA, these two angles are corresponding angles. Next, angle BD is equal to angle BAC. Angle BDE is equal to angle BAC. Because these two angles are the corresponding angles. So these two angles are equal. Next, we can say that triangle BED is similar to triangle BCA by the angle similarity criterion, because these two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. So we can say that these two triangles are similar by the angle similarity criterion. So the area of the triangle BED by the area of the triangle BCA should be equal to the square of their corresponding sides, should be equal to the ratio of the square of their corresponding sides. So DE square by AC square. So next, area of the triangle BED by area of the triangle BCA is equal to half AC whole square. Why half AC whole square? Because just now we have proved that DE is parallel to AC. That means DE is half of AC. So by changing DE into AC, we will get half AC whole square in this expression. So AC square and AC square will cut down, and half into half is equal to 1 by 4. So the ratio of the area of the triangle BED and BCA is in the ratio of 1 by 4, or 1:4. Or we can say that let area of the triangle ABC is equal to x and area of the triangle BED is equal to 1 by 4x. Similarly, area of the triangle CEF is equal to 1 by 4x, and area of the triangle ADF will be equal to 1 by 4x, because you can see this area of the triangle is 1 by 4th of this area of the whole triangle, and this triangle is also 1 by 4th of the triangle ABC, and this small triangle is also 1 by 4th of the whole triangle. Now you have to find out the area of the triangle DEF, this middle one. So how you will find out? So triangle A, the area of the triangle DEF is equal to area of the triangle whole triangle ABC minus area of the triangle BED minus area of the triangle CEF and minus area of the triangle ADF. As we have already know that these triangles are 1/4 of the whole triangle. So x minus 1 by 4x minus 1 by 4x minus 1 by 4x. So after adding this, we get minus 3x by 4. Now subtracting 3x by 4 from x, we will get x by 4. So area of the triangle DEF is also 1 by 4th of the whole triangle ABC. So ratio of the area of the triangle DEF and area of the triangle ABC is equal to 1:4. Okay, so all the small triangles, you can see in between the whole triangle ABC, you can see that there are 4 small triangles, and all the 4 small triangles are the area of all the 4 small triangles are 1 by 4th of the whole area of the triangle ABC. Okay, so let's start exercise 6.5. Here in the 6.5, you have to apply the Pythagoras theorem. And you know what is Pythagoras theorem? If the triangle is 90 degree, if the if the triangle is a right angled triangle or any one angle of the triangle is 90 degree, then the hypotenuse of the triangle is the greater side or the longest side of the triangle, and the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the square of the altitude or the perpendicular plus square of the base. Okay, now you can see that. So if the triangle is a right angle triangle, that means if you can see that this is a right angle triangle. So here AB is the perpendicular and BC is the base and AC is the hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is the longest side of this triangle. So AB square plus BC square should be equal to AC square. So this is the Pythagoras theorem. Next, let's start exercise 6.5. So today I am solving the question number 2 of exercise 6.5. So first read out the question. PQR is a triangle right angled at P and M is a point on the QR such that PM is perpendicular on QR. Show that PM square is equal to QM into MR. So first you can see that let the angle MPR is equal to X. Angle MPR is equal to X. MPR, okay, it is X, and angle QPR is 90 degree, and as the PM is perpendicular on the QR, so it will make 90 degree on the side QR. So in the triangle MPR, angle MRP, this angle will be equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree minus X degree. We will get this angle. Okay, so 180 degree minus 90 degree minus X, and angle MRP will equal to then 90 degree minus X. Okay, in the triangle, so this is 90 degree minus X. Next, in the triangle MPQ, in the triangle MPQ, angle MPQ will be equal to will equal to 90 degree minus X, because this is X. This MPR is X and QPR is 90 degree. Then MPQ will be equal to 90 degree minus X. This whole is 90 degree, and if this one is X degree, so what will be this? This will become, this angle MPQ will become 90 degree, the whole 90 degree minus X degree, and this will become 90 degree minus X. So MPQ is equal to 90 degree minus X. So next, angle MQP will equal to, this angle will be equal to, what will be the value of this angle? This angle will be equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree minus 90 degree minus X. So it will become 180 degree minus 90 degree minus 90 degree minus X. Then it will become 90 degree minus 90 degree plus X, and 90 degree and 90 degree minus 90 degree will become 0. So angle MQP will equal to X. So this angle is equal to X, and here this angle is equal to X. So now considering the triangle QMP and triangle PMR, angle MPQ is equal to angle MRP, angle PMQ is equal to angle PMR, and angle MQP is equal to angle MPR. So therefore we can say that triangle QMP is similar to triangle PMR by angle similarity criteria. PMQ is 90 degree, PMR is also 90 degree. Okay, so if these two triangles are similar, then the ratio of the corresponding sides will be equal. So QM by PM is equal to PM by MR. Now by cross multiplication we will get PM square equal to QM into MR, which is proved. Now change to question number 7. Prove that the sum of the Question number 7. Prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonal. So first draw the diagram. ABCD is a rhombus. In ABCD, as ABCD is the rhombus, all the sides are equal. So in the triangle you can see that in the diagram ABCD you can see 4 triangles, that is triangle AOB, triangle BOC, triangle COD and the triangle AOD. By applying Pythagoras theorem, all are 90 degree. These angles are also 90 degree. BOA, angle COD, angle BOC and angle AOD are 90 degree. Okay, so as these in this triangle one angle is 90 degrees, so you can apply the Pythagoras theorem. If we consider the triangle AOB, AB is the hypotenuse, so AB square is equal to AO square plus BO square. And consider the triangle COB, BC is the hypotenuse, so BC square is equal to OB square plus OC square. Consider this triangle, then CD is the hypotenuse, so CD square is equal to OC square plus OD square. Now consider this triangle. This is AD square, this is hypotenuse, so AD square is equal to OD square plus OA square. Okay, so now give all the equation the name, equation number 1, 2, 3, 4. Now adding this equation we will get AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square is equal to AO square plus CO square plus CO square plus AO square plus OB square plus OB square plus OD square plus OD square. Now you can see there are 2 AO square, 2 OB square and 2 CO square and 2 OD square. So you can write the equation like this: AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square is equal to 2 into whole AO square plus OB square plus CO square plus OD square. Now you can see that OA is half of AC. So now change the OA into half of AC, change OB as half of BD, change OC as half of AC and change OD as half of BD in the equation. We will get like this expression. So now solving this, AC by 2 whole square, BD by 2 whole square, AC by 2 whole square, BD by 2 whole square. So we will get AC square by 4, AC square by 4, BD square by 4 and BD square by 4. Now simplifying this, we will get AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square is equal to AC square plus BD square, which we have to prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of the rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. So AC is the diagonal and the BD is the diagonal. So AC square means the square of the diagonals and BD square is also the square of the diagonal. So it is proved. So now change to question number 9. In the question number 9, a ladder 10 meter long reaches a window 8 meter above the ground. Find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. So here AB is the wall and AB is the ladder and AO is the wall, and OB is the distance between the foot of the ladder and the base of the wall. Okay, so AB is the ladder and OA is the wall. So by applying the Pythagoras theorem, we know that AB square is equal to OA square plus OB square. Now putting the value of AO and AB in this equation, we will get like this: 10 square is equal to 8 square plus OB square. So we have to find out the distance of the foot of the ladder and the base of the wall. Like this, we will get OB square is equal to AB square minus AO square, that means 10 square minus 8 square, 100 minus 64, that is 36. So OB is root over 36 and OB is equal to 6 meters. So distance between the wall and the base of the wall and the foot of the ladder is 6 meters. Okay, so in this way you have to find out the question answer. Solve like this. Next, the question number 11, an aeroplane leaves an airport and flies due north at a speed of 1000 km per hour. At the same time, another aeroplane leaves the same airport and flies due west at a speed of 1200 km per hour. How far apart will be the two planes after 1.5 hours? That means you have to first find out that how much distance they will cover in 1.5 hour, as the distance covered by the plane towards the north is 1000 km per hour. That means in 1 hour it covers 1000 km. Then in 1.5 hours it will cover 1500 km. And in the same way, the aeroplane towards the west covers 1200 km in 1 hour. Then we have to find out that how much distance it will cover in the 1.5 hour. It will cover 18 km in 1.5 hours. Now draw the diagram like this. The plane towards north is 1500 km and plane towards west is at 1800 km. So their distance, the distance between them will be the hypotenuse, the length of the hypotenuse. So we know that AB square is equal to OB square plus OA square. Now putting their values, we will get like this. Expression will be like this. It is, the answer will be 300 root over 61 km. So AB is the distance between the two aeroplanes. So next, here I am solving question number 13. So in the question number 13, D and E are points on the side CA and CB respectively of a triangle ABC right angled at C. Prove that AE square plus BD square is equal to AB square plus DE square. So we have to prove AE square plus BD square is equal to AB square plus DE square by applying Pythagoras theorem in the triangle ACE. Now consider the triangle ACE, which is a right angled triangle. So AE is the hypotenuse. So AE square is equal to AC square plus CE square, and give this equation the name equation number 1. Now consider the triangle BCD, where BD is the hypotenuse. It is also a right angled triangle. So BD square is equal to BC square plus CD square. Give the equation the name equation number 2. Now by equation number 1 and equation number 2, we get, adding them, we will get AE square plus BD square is equal to AC square plus BC square plus CE square plus CD square, which is equation number 3. Give the equation number 3. Now in triangle CDA, now consider this triangle CDE, where DE is the hypotenuse. So it is DE square is equal to CE square plus CD square. And in the triangle ABC, so AC square, so AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. Now putting the values in the equation number 3. Now you can see that DE square is equal to CD square plus CE square. Putting the value of CD square plus CE square as DE square in the equation number 3. Now change this CE square and CD square into DE square, and change this AC square and BC square into AB square. The equation will look like this. A square plus BD square is equal to AB square plus D square, which is proved.